Chapter 2, The Moonstone Test. A week had passed since Zora's son, whom she named Teo, meaning bringer of joy, was born. It seemed he was indeed heralding a new era for the village, one fraught with uncertainty and anticipation. The Council of Elders convened under the oldest baobab tree, its branches sagging with the weight of the decision ahead. Our ancestors have always guided us in times of both harmony and discord, said Oba, the eldest among them. We must seek their wisdom to resolve this crisis. Just then, Kola, the oracle, stepped into the circle. I have spoken with the ancestors, she began, her voice silencing even the cicadas. They propose a test that will reveal not just the father of young Teo, but also our future leader. Each potential father must journey to the sacred mountain. At its peak lies a moonstone imbued with the wisdom of our ancestors. The man who returns with this stone will be deemed the true father and the destined ruler of our village. A collective gasp filled the air. The sacred mountain was treacherous, filled with wild beasts and spiritual trials. Yet, the council knew there was no other way. 3 days later, as dawn broke, 6 men stood at the village square, each representing a different family claiming Teo as their kin. Zara, holding Teo, watched them quietly. With a blow of a horn and the beat of drums, the journey began. The path was laden with challenges, both physical and mystical. Rivers twisted like serpents, forests whispered secrets, and caves echoed with forgotten souls. The real test awaited at the foot of the sacred mountain, a stone altar inscribed with ancient runes and a pool of water so clear it mirrored their deepest fears and desires. As the men reached the altar, a voice echoed around them, "Offer what you value most and you may proceed." Each man approached, offering gold, heirlooms, and precious objects, but nothing happened. Finally, it was Eo's turn. Known for his wisdom and humility, Eo knelt and offered a prayer for the village, Zara, and future generations. The altar glowed, and the path to the peak opened, summoned by his sincerity. The ascent was a blend of physical exertion and spiritual enlightenment. Finally, they reached the peak, where the moonstone glowed softly in the moonlight. Eo approached the stone, and as he touched its cool surface, it lit up, a radiant beam shooting skyward and returning as a cascade of light that enveloped him. "Son of Ode," a celestial voice echoed, "you have proven your worth. This child, Teo, is yours, and you are destined to lead your people." Overwhelmed, Eo fell to his knees. The men who accompanied him were humbled, their prior envy dissolving. As they descended the mountain, they felt transformed by the journey, shedding ignorance and eager for wisdom and humility. When they arrived, the entire village had gathered. Eo held the moonstone high. "The ancestors have spoken. I am the father of Teo, and it is my destiny to lead this village." A collective gasp followed, then cheers erupted. Zara, with Teo in her arms, walked over to Eo. Their eyes met, understanding passing between them. As Eo took his son for the first time, the village celebrated, knowing they had averted crisis and begun a new chapter in their history. Several months passed, bringing peace and prosperity. One evening, as Zara nursed Teo, she overheard a conversation behind the baobab tree near her home. "You've done well, Eo. The village believes the prophecy fulfilled," said the raspy voice of Kola. "My conscience is troubled, Kola. We have deceived the people who trust us, and I am raising a son who is not truly mine." Eo's voice quivered. "Oh, but you will be a wise and kind ruler. Isn't that best for the village?" Kola responded casually. Zara's heart sank. Betrayal had entered her garden of trust. She resolved to expose this conspiracy. The villagers deserved the truth, especially Teo. How could she do it without plunging the village into chaos? The moonstone, symbolizing Eo's legitimacy, seemed like the lock to a secret only the true father could unlock. Determined, Zara set off to consult the hermit sage in the ebony forest, the only person outside the village who could help her.